What is up, my dudes? I'm back with another video. This time I'm going to be titling it, Why I Hate Tsubaki from Future Diary. As she's my most not liked character in that show, and for good reason. Now I even looked up if she was the most hated character, and she is, for good reasons, same reasons why I don't like her. And I think it was reassuring that other people felt the exact same way about Tsubaki. Now, the main reason why many people, including myself, don't like her is because, first, she betrayed Yuki, basically, and the big reason is because she tried to gang our, and I will not say what it actually, I will not say the full word because I'll have to edit it out. So she tried to gang our, and everything, and this is something that I personally felt about her. Now, I mean, at first, she seems like really, really innocent and all that, blah, 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 blah. And some people might point out, well, she was gang-ard for 2 years. But this is the kicker. I get feeling bad for Tsubaki if she just had that awful backstory and didn't do anything in the future really, really messed up, right? The problem with that backstory is that when she tried to gang our it ultimately fell flat. And I didn't really feel sorry for her. I didn't feel sorry for Tsubaki at that point. I felt nothing but anger. I felt nothing but just frustration. I did not like her. I did not like Tsubaki at that point. And I was kind of wondering if other people felt the same way. And this is the kicker. I looked up on Google and other places, and other people felt the exact same way. Because, like, yes, she was, yes, she did have a traumatic past. I will not say what happened to her again, just in case. I'll have to, edit it out, or just in case my video might get taken down for me saying it so much. But this is the kicker. Her past, for a lot of people, they really would have felt bad for her. But it's the fact that she uses the same tactic. She tries the same thing on that pisses people off. And that is the main reason why people don't like her. It doesn't, just because she had a traumatic past, doesn't mean it's justifiable to do that to someone else. And that's where my anger stemmed from. And part of it is biased. I'm a be real with you guys. Part of it is biased because it was my favorite character. But the other part of me related with those other people. It's not just biased. It's real frustration stemmed from, well, she did have a traumatic past. I get that. But it's the fact that she tried to do the same thing to someone else that really pissed me off. And it's not just because it's If it was some of the other characters that I really, really liked, or someone who didn't really deserve it, similar to I would have mostly felt the same way, personally. It's not just pure bias for me liking If it was some of the other characters, I probably would have felt, I mostly would have felt the same exact way, personally. It's not just me being biased because I like just to point that out there, guys. But part of it is, the other rational part of me is just like, no, it's not just that. It's because it's similar to what other people said. It doesn't justify, just because she had that happen to her doesn't mean you can do that to someone else. Now, I have this to say. I do not condone doing that to hardly anyone, but I've said in that video, in one of my other videos about this topic, is that there was only two kinds of people that I would ever feel like that would like doing what Tsubaki did to Yuno would be justified. I think the only two reasons would be if you were just a messed up individual, and if you tried to gang R someone else. And that is where another thing comes in for me. I hate to be this way, but just having Tsubaki die by Yuki in Yuno's hands, personally, as satisfying as it wasn't satisfying enough for me, personally. I would have liked, personally, I would have preferred her to have what happened to her in the past happen to her again. And some people might think that that's too far, but remember, an eye for an eye. I will literally pull a Bible verse up and say, well, to play devil's advocate for a frickin' second, she did try to do that to someone else. So, I mean, it makes sense why some people would think, well, since she did that to someone else, it kind of makes sense why they would think Tsubaki would deserve to have what happened to her in the past, and what she tried to do to someone else happen to her. Because, again, it's just justice in my eyes. Now, I did not look up to see if anyone else felt that way, because that just seems a little too far for some people. But for me, I don't think it was too far. I've talked about this on my Instagram before in everything. So I mean, it's something that I really do feel that Tsubaki deserved to happen again. Basically, I don't condone this crap in real life again. But if you do that to someone else, even in the real world, some people would say, yeah, it's justifiable to have that happen to that person. Like, I mean, it's just, again, like, I mean, it's just justice. You do something to someone, it really is justifiable to have that same exact thing happen to you. And that's how I felt with Tsubaki. I did not feel that just having her die was enough at that point. And I hate to go all Christian on her, but that is legit how I felt. Yeah, her death was super satisfying. She was the most satisfying death in the show, in Future Diary. But at the same time, I don't really feel like it was justice enough, basically. But again, this is just my take on the topic and stuff. I, of course, don't condone any of that crap in the real world. It's something that happened in Future Diary. It's something that especially in the real world, I do not like. It's despicable. It's disgusting. It's not something that I would ever like to happen to someone. So, but if you do that to someone else, that is when I do agree that it is justifiable to have that happen to you. So, but that is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments if any of you feel the same way about Tsubaki, because it's just, I know a lot of other people did too. So, but yeah, hopefully I don't have to edit too much of this. I doubt that I will, because I mean, I censored a lot of it. But I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, peace out, guys.